Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In the first episode, we told you about the history of Disney Infinity, meaning the inspiration for and the birth of Disney Infinity. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the first Disney Infinity game, also known as Disney Infinity 1.0. On August the 18th of 2013, Disney released the first edition of Disney Infinity. It was released for the next consoles, PS3, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, and Nintendo Wii U, and the 3DS. It was released for the Wii U on their eShop on August the 21st of 2014. It was later released for the Apple iPad on September the 18th of 2013. And finally, on November the 14th of 2013, it was released for the personal computer. Each Disney Infinity starter pack consisted of a Disney Infinity base, 3 character figures, namely Jack Sparrow, Mr. Incredible, and Sully, and a playset game piece with 3 initial games, 1 for each character figure's franchise. So we have Pirates of the Caribbean, we have Incredibles, and Monsters University. We happen to have one of these starter pack. Let's unbox it together. The Disney Infinity base has 2 round spots to place character figures and circular power discs. And a hexagonal spot to place playset game pieces and hexagonal power discs. When a figure is placed on the Disney Infinity base, the character is registered in the game, while playset game piece unlocks the playset. Players place real-world interactive toys, character figures that is, playset games and power discs on the Disney Infinity base to activate original story-driven adventures in the game world. In each respective playset, players take on eventually the role of a variety of popular characters to battle enemies, solve challenging puzzles, overcome obstacles, and complete a variety of other unique quests. As players advance through each adventure, they will unlock characters, upgrades, gadgets, and more which they can use in a virtual toy box. At any time, players can access their personal toy box and use the items to create their own adventures, featuring any combinations of items across all franchises. The game has the player place their Disney Infinity figures onto the circular spots of the Disney Infinity base to jump into the game and come alive in a fully animated, interactive world. With the exception of non-humanoid characters, such as those from the Cars series, each character has a double jump and a default set of attacks, as well as an ability unique to each figure. For example, Sully can roar to scare others, while Violet and Randall can turn invisible. There are two main modes in the game, Playset and Toy Box. Playset mode has Disney Infinity playsets of films which are accessed via placing the relevant playset piece onto the hexagonal spot of the Infinity base. Like we said earlier, the first playsets that were released include Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters University, and The Incredibles, all together in one playset piece. These playsets have their own unique campaign, which can be played with up to 2 players. The player takes control of characters and plays as them in original adventures in different worlds. Each playset is essentially a self-contained world, based on a specific movie or series with recognizable characters, gameplays, and storylines.
Hey, Sully!
Characters from one world cannot enter into another world, meaning 2 figures from the same series are required to play a playset in split-screen multiplayer. So to make it clear, the first edition of Disney Infinity, although it comes with Sully, Mr. Incredible, and Jack Sparrow, none of these characters can be activated and played with together in the same story mode. This is only possible, however, in the Toy Box mode. The Toy Box mode allows the player to create their own worlds and stories. It also allows the player to mix and match everything that's unlocked within the playsets, including characters, weapons, and gadgets. There are various adventures in this mode, which help teach the player how to use the mode's tools.
Every great idea begins with a spark of imagination. Over time, with care and a sense of adventure, it begins to grow. Until it's so bright that it can't be contained. And imagination becomes reality. Imagination can take you anywhere, but you have to take the first step. As you use your imagination, it can be the gateway to new discoveries, and will grow until it shapes who you are. It can even influence those around you.
Hiya, pal! How about a little magic?
Sometimes I even scare myself.
Welcome to the center of your experience, the Toy Box. Anything's possible here with a spark of imagination. You can drive a car, battle evil minions, or hunt for hidden treasure. Want to create your own unique world? Check out the Red World Pad to master your skills.
Glad I could help out.
Welcome to the Toy Vault. Go ahead, take a spin. You've got a new toy. If you don't like what you see, hit the shuffle button to get a whole new group of toys. A lucky toy. They give bonuses like sparks, additional turns, and mystery prizes. Lucky toys have a yellow outline. You can place new toys into the toy box
And
using the
that's
editor.
how it's done.
Find it at the hub, or open it directly with the controller.
Bet you're looking forward to getting some more stars.
Like knocking stuff down? Well, we've got a ton of dynamic toys. Try the Dynamics Mastery adventure to learn how you can really cause some mayhem.
Now, let us get started on our excursion. What say you?
Players can also earn spins, which can be used to unlock additional items in the toy box by playing through playsets, as well as the adventures for the first time or leveling up their characters. The toy box mode also used to support online multiplayer, in which players were able to play around with items that only the other player has, and only during that session. A portable toy box called Disney Infinity Toy Box became available in late of 2013, but exclusively for the iPad and for the personal computer. These versions of the toy box utilize the web codes included on the web code cards that came with each Disney Infinity character. If you weren't using the codes for this purpose, let's say because you're playing on a console, then there was this special websites for Disney Infinity where you could make an account and register every new character you buy by entering the code that came with it, and it will be linked to your account. So in a way, there was this Disney Infinity collection gallery online, always accessible. Then you have the power discs. Power discs can be placed on the Disney Infinity base in order to give a figure additional abilities and upgrades, or to place certain toys or customization in the toy box. Power discs come in two types: circular power discs and hexagonal power discs. Circular discs go up to 2 discs under a figure to provide boost to your character, change their costume, summon another character to fight with your character, or trigger an event that will deal damage to enemies. This type of disc is represented by a red color and a star symbol. An ability disc can only be used by the character if it's underneath on the base. If a disc is removed, so are the effects. Only 2 of this type of discs can be placed on the base at the same time, or the Infinity base will not be able to read the figure. Ability discs can be used both in the toy box and all the playsets in their compatible games. There are currently several different kinds of circular power discs, but only one type of circular disc appeared in Disney Infinity: the ability disc. An ability disc simply enhances a character's abilities in a certain way. For example, Bolt Super Strength increases the damage inflicted by the character's attack by 10%. Many of these discs have the exact same function. For example, Bolt Super Strength and Ralph's Power of Destruction. If 2 of the same discs, or 2 discs with identical functions, are added, the disc's individual effect is doubled. Additionally, there are certain combinations of ability discs that, when placed on the Infinity base together, give the player a 3rd additional ability as well, an effect known as Power Disc's Alchemy. When an ability disc effect takes place, a circle appears on the ground beneath the characters using it. For most discs, the circle is clear, but for rare discs, the circle is red. Hexagonal discs are placed on the hexagonal spot of the Disney Infinity base, where a playset piece would normally go. And those kind of discs provide either texture customizations or new toys for your toy box. Unlike circular power discs, they can only be used in the toy box and not in playsets or toy box games. There are 2 types of hexagonal power discs: toy discs, which place toys in the toy box, and customization discs, which change the terrain themes and sky dome of the toy box. Only 3 hexagonal discs can be placed on the base at one time. Toy discs are hexagonal discs that summon a toy for use in the toy box and are represented by an orange color and a ball at the bottom of the disc. This toy always comes in a form of a vehicle, such as Mickey's car, a mount, such as Abu the elephant, or a tool, such as the dragon firework cannon. Removing the disc causes the toy to disappear from play. When in multiplayer mode, one toy is spawned for each player. Then we have the customization discs, which are also hexagonal discs. And these can change the environment of the toy box and are represented by a purple color and a paintbrush at the bottom of the disc. There are two types of customization discs: sky dome discs, which change the toy box sky, and texture set discs, which change the design of the terrain and plants in the toy box. Each sky dome disc has a corresponding texture set disc, meaning that customization discs always come in pairs. However, the discs can be mixed and matched in any number of combinations. Place a customization disc on the Disney Infinity base will allow the player to continue to use the disc customization for as long as the game is powered on, whether the power disc is removed or not. However, if the game is turned off and then powered back on, the discs must be placed back onto the base in order for the player to use them. When a textured set disc is placed on the base, it asks the player if they would like to theme the entire toy box to its theme. If the answer is no, the player still can theme objects they're placing in the toy box to its theme. If more than one customization disc is placed on the base, the game chooses one to apply at random, again giving players the option to theme the entire toy box to the random theme in the case of the texture set discs. Then we have what real hardcore Disney Infinity fans call the rare discs. These rare discs are certain power discs that are more difficult to obtain than most normal discs. Most of them are marked by the transparent orange color on the hexagonal discs or red color on the round discs. Some of these rare discs also have a regular version, which has a clear border. The rare discs in Disney Infinity also have a lenticular image. The power discs of Disney Infinity 1.0 are all sold in blind packs of 2 discs each. The disc packaging is light blue in color and includes a picture of the Disney Infinity logo and some of the game's figures. Each of the 3 series of the power discs in this game, meaning the 1.0, were sold in separate waves, which means they were packaged at different times and thus were all added to different batches of packs that were made. For this reason, each pack of discs has a red banner in the upper left corner that makes it clear which series the pack is from, meaning is it series 1, 2, or 3, and thus which discs the pack contains. The Toys R Us exclusive packs have a very similar design, but is gold rather than light blue, and the red banner in the corner does not indicate which series it is, but instead simply says 2 power discs.